Today, I fucked up. This is more of an entire life fuck up, but that all became apparent in one day. I remember when I was younger, my dad always told me to wash underneath my foreskin, which was all well and good, but when I actually tried, the head of my penis was so sensitive that even the slightest rub would hurt a ridiculous amount. Eventually I gave up, and I just figured everything would magically get better as I went through puberty. I pretty much forgot about this, and my dad assumed that I had been washing my penis properly for the past decade. So, quite recently, I was trying to use a homemade sex toy when I was having trouble getting it in. Turns out the socks were too small, but I was reunited with the fact that the head of my penis is ridiculously fucking sensitive. Like all good questions, I looked this up on the internet. I read that I'm supposed to be able to pull my foreskin all the way back over the glands, but this simply isn't possible as my skin is too tight. So my foreskin has just been sitting there, shielding the head of my penis for 17 years, and the nerves are hypersensitive, meaning it'll take a while for them to adjust to regular contact. I was in the shower a bit later and I decided I would try some of these stretching exercises that would allow me to retract my foreskin after a few weeks of stretching. My phimosis isn't serious. I could always pull about halfway back, but never bothered to risk pulling any further. Anyway, I managed to pull back a bit further than I had ever before, and almost threw up at what I saw. I remember my friends making jokes about dick cheese, and I just assumed it was semen that they were talking about. Turns out I was wrong. Horribly wrong. And this dick cheese, aka smegma, was very much a bigger part of me than I thought it was. To put it into perspective, usually smegma is found as a slimy white substance underneath the foreskin. My smegma, however, was a ring of hard yellow crust that had accumulated over the 17 years I haven't been washing my dick properly. Oh my fucking god. Just wash it off, I hear you say. But that shit is as stuck as canned ham. I need to rub it in order to get the tiniest crumbs off, and that hurts. A lot. I decided it might be easier if I took a warm bath and just let it soak for a few minutes before trying to get the stuff off. I still couldn't get any off by rubbing because it hurt so much, but I decided to shake it around a little bit. Tiny flakes of smegma started coming off and filling the water around me, but this was nowhere near enough to get it all to come off. My whole life of not cleaning my dick led up to this moment, shaking my crusty dick around in the bathtub. Too lazy didn't read. Haven't washed my penis properly for my whole life. 17 years worth of yellow, crusty dick cheese accumulated under my foreskin. The moral of the story is, wash your fucking dicks.